Hello there, and thank you for coming for this week's video, which has been requested via a YouTube user by the name of Hidden Hunters, and he has requested that I do a video on the Stargate film. I liked the Stargate film, so this is actually going to be quite a difficult video. Anyway, challenge accepted, so here we go. We're going to talk about the 10 things that could have made Stargate better. Right, so before we get started, can you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification icon so you can get notifications every Sunday when these videos go live. And if you like the video, hit the like button, but also please share with your friends, or you can catch me up on any social media up here. But without enough of me self-promoting myself, let's get on with today's discussion with number 10. Number 10. Portray the soldiers a lot better. So in this film, these soldiers, let's face it, they were a bit of a dick really. Now when you look at it, first of all, these soldiers were complaining about being stranded on an alien planet. I'm pretty sure they would have been aware that there was a chance they could have been stranded there before they actually started. But also, another reason that these soldiers weren't very good, during the first attack from the aliens, which we'll have a chat about a bit later on, but in the first attack, they got their backsides kicked within seconds by a stick. Granted, this stick actually fires lasers, phasers, whatever it is it shoots, but they still got their backside kicked without that person firing it. But lastly, and most importantly about why these soldiers were just complete and utter dicks, was the fact that the one person that could have helped get them home, they were horrible to. They really were horrible to him. They didn't help him, they didn't support him, they were just jerks, really. Would the US soldiers probably act like that? Maybe, I don't know, I'm not American. But still, in this film, they could have made the soldiers like, you know, be yay, great, we're really good guys, really. But they didn't. Number 9. Make the US military look better. As I just previously said in the previous section, I'm English, so I'm not American, so I don't really know what the US military is like. But that being said, I find it very hard that the US military would send a suicidal, depressed man on a suicide mission. Granted, as I said, I don't know what the US military is actually like, but still, I do find that very hard to believe whether they would do that or not. Now, I spoke to a friend of mine who was in the US military and asked him if that was at all possible. He did actually reply back saying that Special Forces and Special Branch do have psychiatric evaluation and assessment before they carry out any missions. Sorry, Jack O'Neill would have failed those. Now granted, my friend also has had some other choice phrases about the US military, which are between me and him, but you all know him, Jacob Billett. I've praised him enough times, but still, he still would have failed the assessments. The US military did not come out looking or smelling of roses. Now, if you go and look at Top Gear, that was a fantastic film. And how many people loved joining the Air Force from that film? Granted, it also in SG-1 that the Air Force did come out looking quite well after that as well. But the starting point in this film, they did not look so good. Number 8. Lose the action part. Now, I'm pretty sure people are going to be wondering, what's he on about, lose the action part? Well, yes, there was action parts, and the action scenes weren't actually that bad, sort of, but it was just ruined the whole flow of the film. It ruined the pacing of the film. I mean, the first act, before they actually travelled to another planet, was all about discovery and mystery and investigation. And then the second act, when they first arrived on Abydos, it was the same again. It was all about mystery and investigation and trying to find out and learn where they were. Then all of a sudden, aliens arrive and it turns into a stereotypical sci-fi action film. I don't think we actually needed that. I think the film could have carried on with this whole investigation side of things and carried that whole through to the rest of the film. But this is what we got. Sci-fi films have to end on an action note and have big, huge explosions everywhere. But yeah, this film didn't really need it. Number 7. Create a more unique alien. So, at the end of this film, just as the good guys are about to win, they're about to blow up the alien, he reveals his true form. Now what I mean by that is throughout the film, Ra looked like a human being. He was a very beautiful, feminine looking human. And he looked alright actually. Not my type. But yeah, he was okay. But when he showed his true form, it was the stereotypical Roswell alien. What was it about the 90s that every alien had to look like the Roswell alien? They could have made something a lot more unique, a lot more different, but they didn't. They just kept it the normal 90s. Now I know this got retconned in SG-1 where the aliens, also called golds, were actually long eels, but still they could have done something different with this Stargate film. Number 6. Lose the threat to Earth. Right, okay, they do this in near enough any sci-fi TV show or film, most action films. Earth's about to get destroyed, we're going to die. This film didn't really need to do that, especially as it was our fault. Now, in my opinion, because of this whole threat to Earth thing, humanity did not look very good at this. Basically, the bomb that they were going to use to destroy our home planet, we took with us. We made the first aggression. There was no getting out of it, it looked like, and we went there to destroy the Stargate at the other end. We were the first aggressors. So, yeah, granted, humanity won, we saved the day, yay! But an alternative story, what we could have done, and this would have made the human race look awesome, is we go there. The Aberdonians, they're being enslaved by Ra, yay! Humanity goes in and saves the Aberdonians from Ra, yay! We go home. Yay, humanity's heroes. That would have made us look better. It would have actually made a bit more of an interesting film, and yeah, we would have been safe all along. What do you think? Number 5. Properly show the first attack. Now I did say I was nitpicking, and yes, I'm seriously nitpicking here. When the Earth soldiers first get attacked by Ra's forces, it was one guy taking them out with a stick. But we didn't actually get to see it. Now someone could actually say, well, that's just trying to build the atmosphere, trying to build the tension. Yes, I can understand that. Yes, I can see that point of view. But still, we could have actually seen like a little bit of the fight. We could have actually seen that bit of humanity having a glimmer of hope. But no, it was all off screen, or just silhouettes, or just a little bit of human soldiers dying. I personally would have actually liked to have seen a proper fight. I know I said lose the action part, but the action part was in. But this action part could have been done a little bit differently, in my opinion at least. Number 4. Not promote child soldiers. So what was it about this film that really promoted child soldiers? And think about it. I mean, I've rewatched this film in preparation of this video, and it dawns on me. Humanity went there, and the only people they got to help and they trained up to help them were children. The people that died were children. I'm pretty sure that's immoral. But it wasn't just the good guys. Ra did it as well. When Ra was about to get attacked, his child slaves come and surrounded him to protect him. If you think about it, this film really did promote child warriors, child soldiers. Yeah, that was just wrong on so many levels. Number 3. Solve the Stargate in less time. So basically in Stargate, Daniel Jackson turns up at what ends up being the Stargate Command, and in a couple of months he solves what brainy scientists couldn't do in about 2 years. Now, yes, Daniel Jackson is a sort of scientist, but he's not a computer science. His is actually more Egyptian science rather than modern science. All the people working there were actually field experts in that field, and they couldn't get anywhere. I do find that very hard to believe. Now, I know there's an argument out there that they could have actually solved it by doing this combination by this combination by this combination. That still would have actually taken approximately 2,773 years, and that's actually dialing every combination once a minute. That would have taken too long, but still, I still think someone else would have solved it way before Daniel Jackson would have got there. Number 2, should have sent a couple more scientists. Now, I think What I've said about number 3 is probably the reason why number 2 never actually happened, but still, you only sent one scientist on an expedition to another planet. Really? You would have sent a few more scientists. Maybe they could have been there to help Daniel Jackson out. Maybe they could have actually solved the Stargate mystery a little bit better now they knew what they were looking for. But still, one scientist? No, there should have been more. I mouthed off scientists in my last video about Prometheus, didn't I? Number 1. Should have made a sequel. So today there's been 3 talks of another big screen version of Stargate. Now the first one came out literally just after the Stargate film came out, that only got as far as having an idea. And that idea was having the pyramids in the spaceships above national landmarks like the White House and the Chrysler Building, and then having them blow those landmarks up. Is this sounding familiar? Yep. That pitch got turned into Independence Day, because that's as far as it got. But yes, Independence Day came out of an idea as a sequel to Stargate. Now, 12 years after Stargate came out, a more serious attempt at a sequel came out, where Dean Devlin came up with an idea where it was going to be not based on Egyptian but something else, and then they were going to do a third film where they merged it all together. The thing is, there was something to do with rights between Dean Devlin and MGM, so the film never actually happened. Now, recently there have been talks of doing a reboot. That's as far as that one's got. That's still in talks at the moment. I think it would have helped and been nice to actually see another Adventures, actually seeing a bit more of Ra's people. I know we got that in SG1, but on a big screen that would have been cool. You never know, it might still happen. Final thoughts. Right, so like I said at the very beginning of this video, I actually did like the Stargate film. It was actually a really brilliant film, especially for 1994. The casting was brilliant. Jay Davidson on paper should not have pulled it off, but he was a fantastic bad guy. The music was brilliant. I loved how beautiful the desolate desert looked as well. The film was fantastic. Now, I know we did get sequel sorts in SG1 and then Atlantis, but they are completely separate from the film, even though it carries on. It's really weird. Some people actually go, SG1 hurts Stargate, and some people go, it helps. I personally am in the it helps category, but that's my opinion. What do you think? Do you think SG1 helps or hurts the film? What did you actually think of the film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is there anything that you think that could have made the film better? Leave it all in the comments below. I would love to actually hear your thoughts, and I don't mind having a chat with anyone. But that's it for today's video. Just a little special notice going forward though. As of next week, I'm no longer uploading at 12 noon on a Sunday UK time, because I've got quite a few American followers who miss out on all the premieres. So from going forwards, we're going to be uploading 6 PM UK time, and then that's going to be early in the morning, afternoon time for people in America. Also, my next 2 videos are going to be a joint production between myself and John Joe's Fast Facts, and we're going to be doing 4 videos about Resident Evil. I'll be doing parts 1 and 3. John Joe's will be doing parts 2 and 4. There'll be more information on that on my Facebook page over the next course of the week. But other than that, thank you very much for your time. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button like everybody asks you to do. And I look forward to seeing you next week with the Resident Evil videos. Bye bye.